What does it take to walk away from the one you love most, when love has become a battlefield? For 15 years, I lived in the shadow of my son Daniel's anger, his words sharper than any blade, cutting deeper with every year. I raised him alone, pouring my heart into his laughter, his dreams, his future. But somewhere along the way, the boy who once clung to my hand became a man who wielded his pain like a weapon against me. It began when he was 16, after his father left us. Daniel's grief turned to rage, and I was the closest target. At first, it was small sarcastic jabs, eye rolls, slammed doors. I told myself it was just teenage rebellion, that he'd outgrow it. But as years passed, his words grew venomous. "You're pathetic," he'd sneer when I asked about his day. "You ruined my life," he'd scream, blaming me for every setback. Each insult chipped away at my spirit, leaving me questioning my worth as a mother, as a person. I stayed because I believed love meant enduring, that my sacrifice could save him. The house became a prison of memories. Photos of Daniel's childhood, his gap-toothed smile at the park, his tiny hand in mine lined the walls, mocking the present. I'd cook his favorite meals, hoping to coax out the boy I remembered, but he'd push the plate away, muttering, "You can't even get this right." Friends urged me to set boundaries, but how do you draw a line with your own child? I clung to hope, convincing myself that one day he'd see my love, that he'd change. Then came the twist I never expected. A letter from Daniel's old high school teacher, Mrs. Carter. She'd found me on social media, her message brief but heavy. "I saw Daniel last week," she wrote. "He's struggling, but he spoke of you with regret. He's not lost, but he's lost his way." Her words stunned me. Daniel, regretful? I'd never seen a hint of it in his cold stares or biting remarks. Mrs. Carter's note stirred something in me, a flicker of clarity. For years, I'd believed I was the problem, that my love wasn't enough. But her words suggested Daniel was fighting his own demons, ones I couldn't slay for him. That night, I sat in the dark, replaying every cruel word, every sleepless night spent crying. I realized I'd been waiting for Daniel to grant me peace, but peace wasn't his to give. It was mine to choose. The thought was terrifying yet liberating. I'd spent 15 years trying to fix him, neglecting the one person I could save, myself. The decision came quietly, like a whisper. I packed a single suitcase, clothes, a photo of Daniel at 5, and Mrs. Carter's letter. I wrote a note, my hand trembling. "I love you, but I can't stay." I left it on the kitchen table, beside the coffee mug he'd always used. As I stood at the front door, Daniel came home, his eyes narrowing at the sight of my bag. "What's this?" he demanded, his voice rising. "You're leaving? After everything, you're abandoning me?" His words stung, but for the first time, they didn't break me. "I'm not abandoning you," I said, my voice steady. "I'm choosing me." His face twisted, a mix of fury and something else, fear, maybe, or the regret Mrs. Carter had seen. He shouted, called me selfish, weak, but I stepped across the threshold. The air outside felt foreign, crisp, alive. I didn't look back. Now, months later, I live in a small apartment 2 towns away. It's simple, but it's mine. I've started painting again, something Daniel once mocked. I don't know if he's read my note, if he's angry or healing. Mrs. Carter checks in sometimes, says he's quieter now, reflective. I hope he finds his way, but I've learned my peace can't depend on it. Walking away wasn't just leaving, it was reclaiming my life. Love doesn't mean enduring pain forever. Sometimes, it means letting go, trusting that distance can heal what proximity could not. I carry Daniel in my heart, but I no longer carry his burdens. For the first time in 15 years, I'm free. Yendi.